Hey guys, what is up? Here leaving another trailer review, this time for an Happy Madison movie that's coming out December 11th. I'm not looking forward to it at all, obviously. It's Happy Madison. The Ridiculous Six. I think it's supposed to be like a satirical Western comedy that's kind of like a homage and like a satire, kind of like a satire, like parodying the Westerns and the stereotypes surrounding them. And it stars Adam Sandler, Julia Jones, Taylor Lautner, Whitney Cummings, Will Forte, Steve Buscemi, Terry Crews, Danny Trejo, Jared Sandler, Rob Schneider, David Spade, Luke Wilson, Nick Nolte, Megan Max, Steve Zahn, Norm Macdonald, Jorge Garcia, Vanessa Torres, Chris Parnell, John Turturro, what the fuck? Vanilla Ice, oh god, next door's in the fuck me. You look up for yourself, guys, because I'm not going to go through it. Yeah, I'm here to review the trailer, and the way this movie looks like something that could be a bit better than some of his most recent stuff, but still be pretty shitty with its brand of humor. Let's go into examples of it. Taylor Lautner plays a retard. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. He's a stereotypical retard. And he bugs the hell, and seriously, he looks like an idiot. The makeup looks stupid, and there's also one scene where and there are times where he just gets on my fucking nerves. Now, I haven't even seen the movie yet, but overall, like, the way he acts just irritates me a bit, because I feel like, seriously, man, stop wasting your fucking money. How do you get these big budgets anyway? It just looks like another Adam Sandler comedy, but in a Western form. And actually, I want to show you something funny. I want to tell you something funny first. Throughout that trailer, Sandler just looks so bored. He doesn't look like he's interested at all in it. He's not really smiling at all. He's just so blank-faced and dry. He just looks depressed. And look at the poster. I'm gonna show you like a lot of people that are just like how they are. Huh. Wow, seriously, that's the best you're going with? Are you kidding me? There's a lot of things that get on my nerves about this, and seriously, it's like the only one who ever seems to be having any sort of care, or I don't think even Taylor Lautner is only partially trying. It's obvious that they don't care about this. And we already know about the controversy this film's been getting over the fact that a dozen Native Americans walked off set. The actors walked off the set because they found the material offensive. Well, what are you expecting? It's Sandler. He's known for he's been accused of being racist, sexist, misogynistic. What do you expect from this guy? There are some aspects of it that could be kind of entertaining, but overall I don't see really any of that. I see it's very rare. I barely see any of that. There's also one scene where Taylor Lautner, the retard, I'm just going to call him that. It's just, you know, like he's jumping off a building, and he hits a wall and he falls on the ground, and Adam Sandler follows up with, "Works better if you got knives." It's so dry, and it's just so stupid. It's just a joke that's obvious when you think about it, and it gets way more ridiculous and just gets boring. And what the hell is all these people doing here? Will Forte, he's been coming off a big success with Last Man on Earth, which got Emmy nominations, and also he was nominated, I think what, for 2? Is that right, for 2? 3? I gotta look it up. But why the hell is he doing this? Forte has made a great career with himself. I mean, he really proved himself to be a... Wait, he didn't get nominated at all? No, that can't be right. Oh yeah, he did get nominated. 2. He got nominated for 2 of them. For writing and acting. Okay? You have most of his friends back, most of his SNL friends, and anyone who's been basically on loan for a few of his movies. Terry Crews is even back from Blended, which was actually one of the best parts of the movie, even though he did kind of irritate me a little bit, and I didn't like Blended at all, obviously. You also have Steve Buscemi, who, this guy's a great actor. He receives a lot of praise for Boardwalk Empire. I have not seen the show. I will one day. And why is he doing this? He was in Grown Ups, Grown Ups 2. What other Adam Sandler movies has he been in? Complo. Because I don't know all of them. Was he Mr. Deeds? Complo. It just looks like another trailer. The trailer just seems to have a lot of the lowbrow humor that we come to expect from the guy, with probably better production values than all his other stuff, but it seems to be really doing nothing with the budget. It just had a Western setting, but it just comes off so stereotypical and doesn't do anything new with it. Also, it's like a baby Native American that just like, you know, is holding up, that just kind of does it like this. Kind of like, you know, lame visual comedy with like the, you know, like holding up that axe. I get the joke, don't get me wrong. But it's just this, I've seen that kind of stuff before with the visual comedy. I've seen him do it before, and it's just nothing new here. And it's just, I think it's supposed to be, I guess, you know, maybe there could be some aspects to it. Maybe I may be wrong, but I have no real doubts that it might just be at best a mediocre comedy. I'm sorry, but you know what? I really can't trust this guy anymore. I actually saw Pixels, like, for sale already. I'm thinking, oh shit. There's even a Blu-ray out for it. What's next? A 3D Blu-ray? This is the last thing we need. Hopefully that wasn't it, because if I missed it, I am close to crying. It has the Western music, and it kind of has like and like how some people dress like. It kind of has some aspects of it. Has like a bit of that Western feel to it, I guess. Hold on a minute. I've said this before numerous times over the fact that I just can't stop. I keep being interrupted, but that's because I still live with my parents. I'm still in high school, and I live with my parents, and I don't really remind them of this, but it gets on my nerves every time. Anyways. It does have the feel of a Western from this, like some of the shots kind of almost like that from the cinematography, and like, you know, some of the design for the characters, and like the setting, I guess. But the thing is, it just doesn't feel original. It also just doesn't seem to really doing anything great. And when it comes to the comedy, I didn't really laugh. It just has Western stereotypical characters. It just seems to be kind of making fun of them, rather than embracing them. This film feels like more something that's just going to be making fun of the characters rather than embracing the stereotypes or creating something comedic out of them. Like, truly funny or clever. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I just don't trust this guy with his movie. And this is one of 4 movies he's doing with Netflix, from a deal from Netflix. I'm thinking, shit, man. Why? Sure, hate him all you want by being cynical and being almost like prejudiced towards the guy. But you know what? I've been growing up during a time where he's really reached the lowest of the low. And really when he hit Jack and Jill, there's nowhere to go but up. And that's what I've been hearing. I've not seen Jack and Jill. I may one day watch it just to review it and probably, of course, almost like justify my hate for this guy. I don't really hate him as much. There's times where I really do. But it really is just the decisions he makes when it comes to his comedies that really just piss me off and make me kind of hate him. But not really. I've heard he's a nice guy. I can give him that. But it's the decisions he makes when it comes to making comedies and movies that just piss me off. Just Adam Sandler looks so disinterested in the movie. He doesn't look like he's doing... He just looks bored. He was in one scene where he's throwing like a knife, like a throwing knife or something like that. I don't know what it is. He just has a blank face throughout the entire trailer. He has a lot of dry delivery. He just seems so out of it. He looks like he's about to fall asleep sometimes. And he really just doesn't seem to care. Wow. And you're in this movie. Why the hell can't you just get out of it for once? Seriously, you just have to throw yourself in every movie, man? Why can't you just do something else? Just none of the cast looks bored. Terry Crews almost seems like he's gonna try. He's almost like he's trying sometimes. But yeah. And what the hell is Luke Wilson doing here? I really liked him in The Skeleton Twins, which is a great movie. Unfortunately, if you missed it on Netflix, I'm sorry. But it was a great movie, if you, in my opinion. And I did a review on that, but that's irrelevant. Really, that's not really relevant at this point. It has a lot of talented cast members, but it feels like they're being underused. And it just has a lot of the same jokes, and and really just none that made me laugh. I mean, it came to Taylor Lautner. Sometimes he kind of got on my nerves, and he just looked like a stereotype. It was the most obvious stereotype of all of them. It's way too obvious. You have to be so dumb, probably as dumb as Taylor Lautner, just to actually do it. This is a lower Taylor Lautner, even for him. I mean, low for everyone. Seriously. What the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, it's just really nothing. It's the same stuff. This is one of the main reasons I think he gets hated on, which is why I don't like this guy too. He does a lot of the same comedies, and even if he changes the characters and settings sometimes, it just looks like he's doing stuff on vacation. Do I think this movie looks like he's not really going on vacation? In some way. because it looks like they're actually using, because it's not like, oh, it's supposed to be like a Western film, but it doesn't look like it's a Western film. No, it kind of does, but it doesn't really look like anything new or spectacular. It just looks like a bit of an insult to the Western genre. Hey, I love Westerns. I love Unforgiven. I love Fistful of Dollars. I love Django Unchained. Who did not love that movie? And who's excited for The Hateful Eight? Yes, I do know about Quentin Tarantino's the recent backlash he's been getting by calling cops murderers or something like that. I don't know much about the news story. If you want to if you think if I'm doing anything wrong, if I'm missing some stuff, comment below or link me to an article. We'll do both. You know, I don't really care. I probably look into it more. I think he's supposed to apologize about that. I don't know. I'm excited for Hateful Eight. Back to Ridiculous 6. I think it's also supposed to be like a bit of a play. The title's supposed to be like a play on the Magnificent Seven, and I have not seen that. I think they're doing a remake to that. And reason? I don't know. I mean, I've seen some of the people involved, and it looks like they're actually kind of trying. I mean, not kind of. It seems like they have a lot of good talent involved, and maybe they could be making a good modern remake of it. But really necessary? Not really. Especially in the Magnificent Seven, I think it's hailed as one of the best westerns. I have not seen it. I have not seen The Wild Bunch. You can hate on me all you want. There will come a point where where this won't be much of a problem, a recurring problem with me. Probably not when I'm in high school or college, because I'll be probably too busy with school to really catch up with all these classic films or something like that. It's not easy to find them on TV either. But, you know, whatever, I'm probably making excuses. Accuse me of that stuff all you want. It's hard to put into words sometimes. Just how I'm just dragging it along. The Ridiculous 6 has some fight sequences that just look so lazy and cartoonish. Just nothing really new. Overall, I just don't think it looks very good. It just looks like another shitty Adam Sandler comedy. I just can't really praise it. There's no praise I can really give it, other than the fact it doesn't look like another movie he's doing on vacation. So I guess that's one thing. It looks like they're kind of almost like trying with the set design, but that's very small portions of what we see in the trailer. So who knows what we've seen? And those are probably the best jokes. I don't know. I have low expectations, and we all set low expectations. I don't know what you want me to say. Not really a fan of this guy. His recent movies have been shit, and I'm not really looking forward to this movie. The trailer doesn't help me. And I think the reviews will also just make it worse. I'm being honest here. Not a really big fan of comedies. It's hard to sum up comedies based on trailers. You really have to sum up reviews. That's it. Adam Sandler is not a guy who critics love, okay? We all know that. Not looking forward to this movie at all. Not hoping for it. Anyways, guys, it's my review for the trailer for Ridiculous 6. Comment below what you think about it. Do you think it'll be a step up for Adam Sandler? Do you think it'll just be down the middle or just flat out terrible? What are your opinions on it? What are your opinions on the trailer overall? Comment below. Subscribe to the channel for more videos.